Today I am previewing and reviewing all the Record Store Day 2023 releases from Craft Recordings, plus one lucky Channel 33 RPM viewer is going to win all of these records. Check it out. Craft Recordings sent me over 7 records, all 7 records that they are releasing for Record Store Day this coming Saturday. I want to go through all of these, review them, and share my thoughts. I've listened to 5 out of 7 of them. 2 I haven't had a chance. And when I do these videos, people are always like, Frank, we need your reviews of all of these. The way it works, there's not a lot of time. These came in the mail yesterday. So I sat down last night and listened to as many of these as I could. So I'm looking forward to sharing my thoughts because there's some really good stuff here.
Channel 33 RPM.
First of all, we have the 40th anniversary reissue of the Violent Femmes debut album. You know what that means? It means we're getting old, man. Okay, let's check out the hype sticker here. It says 40th anniversary of the folk punk cult heroes' timeless debut. First time as a picture disc. Features the classics Blister in the Sun, Gone Daddy Gone, Kiss Off, and Add It Up, limited to 6,000 worldwide. I gotta say, when I was listening to this last night, the kickoff track, Blister in the Sun, every single time I hear that song, it takes me back to the 90s, being in my 20s, going to small bars and clubs and pubs, and always hearing that song. It reminds me of like cheap draft beer and going home reeking like stale cigarettes, because that's what those clubs and pubs and dive bars were all about. And again, they seem to always play that song, Blister in the Sun. This is a picture disc. I know some people are kind of torn on picture disc. It does sound good. It does sound good. Looks impressive. It's not black wax, obviously, but it's a special 40th anniversary reissue of the album. I'll take it out to show you. There's the cover. There's the back. Again, I did spin it. There was minimal surface noise, so I was impressed because I generally don't own or buy a lot of picture discs, so I have not heard a lot of modern picture discs, so I was pleasantly surprised about how they've been able to improve the sound quality of them. Next up, Chet Baker. Chet Baker is like the Eddie Van Halen of jazz trumpet playing. Or maybe not, I don't know. But he was absolutely the Prince of Cool. Let's check out what this hype sticker says. It says a mono edition featuring jazz legends Bill Evans, Pepper Adams, Herbie Mann, Kenny Burrell, tons others. Now listen to this. This is important. It says, all analog mastering from the original mono tapes by Kevin Gray. And Kevin Gray is the modern day master of vinyl remastering. Or vinyl mastering. So that's got it going for it. So given that, my expectations were high for this record when I listened to it. And I was not disappointed. Sounds amazing. Sounded really, really good. A+. A+. On this really thick... The jacket is this really thick cardboard. Comes in on some Craft Recordings anti-static sleeves. There's the label. There's the back. Again, I was impressed with this one. What else can I tell you about it? The first mono version of this record to be released in the U.S. since 1959. Limited to 10,000 copies worldwide. The album is called Riverside Contemporary Series. Again, from Craft Recordings, A+. Sounds great. Here's a record, or a series of records I like to pick up every single record store day, or get my hands on every record store day. I've been lucky as Craft has been sending these to me. But this is the latest installment of the Jazz Dispensary compilation series. This one is called Hotel Jolie Dame. Jolly Dame. It's French though. I think it's Jolie Dame. I don't know. This one is not maybe quite as funky or groovy as some of the previous ones. There's my collection. You can see 6 of them on the back wall, on the cabinet there. It might not be as funky and groovy. This one's maybe a bit more loungy kind of sounding. Let's see what the hype sticker says. It says, the writing is small here. It says, the groove connoisseurs of Jazz Dispensary take you back to the summer of 1978 to an imaginary hotel deep in the heart of the French Riviera. Join us for a day of love, abandonment, and a whole lot of psychedelia. Soundtracked by sweet themes from Dizzy Gillespie, the Blackbirds, Dorothy Ashby, and many more. Welcome to the Hotel Joli Dame, your gateway to the highest society. I'm sure I butchered the name of that fake hotel. Pressed on Psych Sunset Orange marble vinyl. I'll show you that in a second. Here's the inner sleeve. This one did have a little bit of a warp to it. I'm going to assume it was just my copy had a little bit of a warp to it. But the record itself, the vinyl, the wax as they call it, look at that. I'm not sure if it does it justice on video, but when I took it out, I was like, wow. It almost has a three-dimensional feel to it. There is the label. Anyway, if that's your jam, man, this is a really nice looking record. And again, as I said, it's for me, the Jazz Dispensary compilations are an important part of Record Store Day, and ones I'm always happy to have. I love revisiting them, and it serves the purpose it's a compilation of different artists, right? So it serves the purpose of exposing me to songs or musicians I may not have heard otherwise. So I do recommend this one as well. Every Record Store Day, it seems there is an artist or an album that I was not familiar with that completely floors me, that completely blows me away. And this time, that's this album. This is the artist, Flash, and the Dynamics. The album is called The New York Sound. I did spin this one last night. Again, sounds fantastic. 10 on 10 pressing. It's like groovy Latin psych, if that makes sense. Songs are sung in Spanish. Really, really good. This was from 1971, so that kind of gives you an idea of the vibe and the genre and the era. That's the recording of it. Again, this thick cardstock. And here is the record. I'm not a big fan of these particular inner sleeves, so I'm going to swap this out and exchange it for an anti-static sleeve. I've had bad luck with these sorts of sleeves, but it might just be me. Again, the record itself looks awesome. There's the label, colored vinyl. And again, this was my big surprise. I always love these surprises and finding something new to me that just floors me. And that's this one, Flash and the Dynamics. And again, the album is called The New York Sound. And that one was limited, Flash and the Dynamics, limited to 3,500 copies worldwide. Okay, this is one of the ones I only listen to. It's a double record. I only listen to one side of one record. This was a band I wasn't familiar with. Band's called Travis. And this is the Invisible Band Live. So the Invisible Band was a studio album of theirs from 2001. This was recorded live in 2022. These guys are like a UK alt rock band, 5,000 copies. And this is the only physical copy of this record. Otherwise, it's only digital. It's a gatefold, but I haven't opened the gatefold. Nerd moment. This is a total nerd moment. But for my RSD stuff, I'm sometimes hesitant to take the shrink off to see the gatefold. I like the hype stickers. I like that whole packaging. I'm sure I will take it off. Again, total nerd thing, so just bear with me as I process all that. Here are the inner sleeves. There's one, and there's two. And this is a clear vinyl. It's really, does it say how thick this is? It feels like 180 gram. I'm not sure if it is 180, but it is very, it's thick. It's thicker. It's thicker clear vinyl. Okay, here's another one. I was not familiar with this artist, but I did manage to spin this one this morning. This is singer-songwriter Jonathan Richmond. Jonathan Richmond. The hype sticker says, first vinyl reissue. Richmond's 1990 country homage offers a mix of original songs, reworkings, and covers. Again, all analog mastering from the original tapes. Again, Kevin Gray. Kevin Gray's been a busy guy this year, man. Pressed on red cowboy boots vinyl, limited to 5,000 copies worldwide. There's covers of classic country tracks on here, originally by artists like Porter Wagoner, Marty Robbins, Skeeter Davis. There's the back. I'll show you the record. Listen to one side. It's like old school country, right? It's not modern country. It's not bro country. It's like talking like Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash style old school country. And again, that is Jonathan Richmond. And the album is called Jonathan Goes Country. Right up, straight up. It is a country album. Okay, I guess I lied to you off the top when I said I hadn't listened to a few of these records. I've actually listened to parts, at least parts of all of those. This is the only one I have not yet had a chance to listen to. This is from Varese Sarah Band. But Varese and Jazz Dispensary and Craft Recordings, they're all related. They're all cousins. Music from the motion picture How to Train Your Dragon 2. Music by John Powell. Hype sticker. 2 record set pressed on red multicolor splatter. I'll show you that in a second. It does look good. Includes Where No One Goes. Exclusive new liner notes containing director and composer interviews. There's the front. There's the back. Again, man, I got to get over this. I have not taken the shrink wrap off of here yet because it does appear to be a gatefold. That's the problem with these Record Store Day hype stickers, right? I guess I could cut it off and insert it. Maybe I will do that. 2 record set, 2 LPs, but let me show you. Let me show you what these look like. Splatter vinyl, right? I know there's a lot of fans of splatter vinyl out there. Again, I can't offer my comment on how this one sounds because this is the only one of the batch I have not listened to, but all these have sounded really good. I know we talked about quality control issues a lot in previous years, and to me that has gotten a lot better in the past year or two, because aside from the warping on that one album, the minor warping, there's no issues with these. They all sounded really good. Anyway, that is the, let's see, soundtrack. It's a score. It's a score to Dragon 2.
Channel 33, RPM.
All right, cool records, right? Here is how to enter. It's super simple. First, subscribe to Craft Recordings on YouTube. Subscribe to their YouTube channel. Second, subscribe to Channel 33 RPM on YouTube, this channel. But you already are subscribed to Channel 33 RPM, no doubt. So that's super easy. Then come back, leave a comment below this video confirming that you have taken those 2 steps. That's it. One winner will be drawn at random. It's open to anyone in the world. Doesn't matter where you live, as long as you follow those 2 steps. Contest closes Wednesday, April 26th, noon, Central Standard Time. I'll draw a winner randomly, and I will announce the winner in a video on this channel on Friday, April 28th. You have to tune in on Friday, April 28th to find out if you won. Word of caution, beware of scammers. Scammers target these YouTube contests all the time. I'm not going to reach out to you directly. There are people, it's happened before where people have posed as me. Come back on the 28th and watch that video to see if you won. Big shout out and thank you to the sponsor of this giveaway, Craft Recordings. They've been good to Channel 33 RPM viewers for years now, and good to all of you as well. Hope you enjoy your Record Store Day. I'll be back again real soon. Till then, keep on spinning.